Wagwan lovely people, welcome back. So based on the title, you know what I'm going to make, so let's just get straight to this recipe. So the first thing is to season the tofu and let it marinate. I'm using Nasoya brand extra firm tofu, and I've already gone ahead and removed it from the package, drained that liquid and pat it dry with a paper towel. Now you can cut this up in whichever size that you want, okay? So once you're done, you want to add the pieces to a bowl, and then you want to start adding your seasonings. Now I'm going to drizzle a little bit of oil, and that's just to allow the seasonings to coat the tofu properly. You can also season these individually, like give them a dry rub as well. So to season this, I'm going to use onion and garlic powder, grated mild curry powder, black pepper, and some all-purpose seasoning. After adding the seasonings, you want to gently mix this and make sure that each piece of the tofu is coated nicely. So right here I'm using my hand to ensure that each piece of the tofu have seasoning. Okay, now after you're done, you want to cover this and allow this to marinate for about 15 to 30 minutes. While the tofu marinates, I'm going to start preparing the other ingredients. So right here I have a whole garlic, and I ended up removing 3 of the cloves. So what you want to do is to cut out that head part of the garlic, drizzle with oil, add salt and black pepper, and wrap it up in a foil. I'm going to roast this on the same tray with the tofu. So once you're done, just set this to the side. I also went ahead and prepared the potatoes, which I've already gone ahead and washed, peel, and cut up. While the potatoes cook, start adding the tofu to a baking tray and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. You also want to roast the garlic at this point as well. You can choose to fry these as well, because what you want is for the tofu to have some texture before you cook it down in that coconut curry sauce. In that meantime, you can go ahead and cut up the onion, the garlic, and the other vegetables. So about halfway through baking, you want to flip the tofu. Once done, your tofu should look something like this. So now it's time to cook down this tofu in this coconut curry sauce. So to your pot, add some oil, followed by the onion, the garlic, the thyme, and the jalapeno pepper. And as I mentioned, if you have scotch bonnet pepper, go ahead and use it. You want to allow these to saute for about a minute or two. I would normally add a piece of ginger at this point, but I was out. So if you have ginger, you want to finely chop it or grate it and add it at this point. And the ginger is just to help to balance out that coconut milk. So right here I added some more curry powder, and you want to allow this to cook for 2 to 3 minutes. I also went in and added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, and that's just to loosen up the curry powder a bit. After that 2 minutes, you want to add the carrot and the bell pepper. Allow these to saute for about a minute, followed by the coconut milk. So you all know that I love to use my homemade coconut milk. However, I'm using the canned one today, and you can choose any brand. So after about a minute of sauteing the bell pepper and the carrot, add the coconut milk. Also, that same bowl that was used to marinate the tofu, I'm going to rinse with about a cup of water and pour it back into the pot. At this point, I went in with about a teaspoon more of that curry powder, and that's just to bring out the color some more. You can also test to see if you need any additional seasoning, and I went in with some more all-purpose seasoning, garlic and onion powder. Now after that, you want to cover your pot and allow that added curry powder and the coconut milk to cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. A few minutes later, you will also see the formation of that vibrant curry color. So what you want to do now is to add the baked tofu. After adding the tofu, you want to gently stir, cover your pot and allow it to simmer down for about 5 to 10 minutes. After that, I'm going to top it off with some chopped scallion. Few minutes later, coconut curry tofu is just about ready. So what I'm gonna do now is to top it off with some chopped scallion and then give it another 2 minutes. After adding the scallion, you want to give this a stir. Then cover your pot and allow it to simmer down for about 2 more minutes. And then after that, coconut curry tofu up and running and ready to be served. So now I'm going to move on to making the mashed potato. To make the mashed potato, you will need vegan butter. You can choose any brand, salt and black pepper, parsley, dill, Italian seasoning, and of course the roasted garlic. After mashing the potato and the garlic, you want to add your butter and the seasonings. Now you can choose to add any amount of butter you want, okay? And there you have it, roasted garlic herb mashed potato is ready. You can choose to top this off with a little extra butter. The coconut curry tofu up and running as well. This was so filling and delicious, honestly. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for some more recipes, and until next time, bless upon yourself.